The previous few days of mountain detours had left us far behind schedule. We needed to make up a few hundred kilometres in order to reach the finish line on time, so we left the back streets and hit the main highways.
Can you tell me a bit about the experience of driving on Indian roads?
I think I've ended up in a place where I kind of like it in a weird way. There's a sense in which I think they just kind of built the roads and said, all right, you guys work it out. And everybody kind of just does. And it's this very organic activity. Everybody's really engaged in it. And it feels really, really different to driving in Australia where you're just going through this abstract system of steps and you don't really think about what you're doing or engage with it in a really deep way. And so, yeah, it's terrifying at times. The first time we hit a really big city, I was still not that comfortable driving the rickshaw, and that sucked. I thought it was going to kill somebody.
The road system works by ordering of biggest to smallest vehicles. Buses are highest.
Cows highest.
Cows. Buses, big trucks, little trucks, cars. Goats are probably between trucks and cars. And then motorbikes, push bikes, people. You just give way to the bigger things. And if a bigger thing turns, it means you get to cross the road.
The bigger thing once you get outside the road, it takes it. It's inside of the road. It's not inside the road.
We were driving on a pretty narrow road, and we're coming up to a blind bend. I'm sitting pretty hard on the shoulder, pretty right at the edge of the tarmac already, and coming into this blind bend, and there was a truck, a motorbike, and a car that were just taking up the entire road. And the car had one wheel already in the soft shoulder, and it was I had basically no room to go. I just took all the room that was left completely on the soft shoulder, and the car passed with maybe an inch or two to spare. If they were incrementally faster, they would have hit us. It was a bad time.
Pretty sure I have the spicy flu, but yeah, what can you do about it? Just got all the good drugs, get it all into me, and yeah, be confined to the plague rickshaw with the other sick boys. Fully sick rickshaw.
How did you deal with being that sick in that hot of a temperature?
I mean, you can be shitty about it and let it ruin your day and probably everyone else's, or you can just go, well, all right, this is it, and just keep on trucking, and that's just kind of what I did. It's going to suck either way, make it suck less.
Driving down the highway at 50 k's an hour, some guy on a motorbike comes along and pulls up about an inch away from the side of the rickshaw and starts to have a really, the normal stuff of where are you from? Where are you going? Did you come from Kerala? Are you doing this whole thing in an auto rickshaw? And then he's like, what do you think about Indian society? Do you think it could be cleaner here? Do you think we should change our approach to pollution? And I started asking him about politics, and we had this fairly detailed discussion about the state of Indian politics and the good and bad things that Modi has done over the last however long he's been in power, while driving at 50 kilometers down the freeway with old mate on the motorbike weaving constantly and almost crashing into us every few seconds. And that sort of thing happened so much. That one was by far the longest and the deepest conversation we had at speed.
Hello, could I get 2 extra towels for my room, please? Thank you very much.
Like a fucking pro.
You just gotta pronounce the W, towel, not towel, like an Australian.
Ben, can you explain what you're doing?
Sun ripeness for fire. And by sun ripened, I mean I had it on the parcel tray
for 3 days and 50 degrees. So it's completely bruised one side and it has burns on the other side. And somehow it's delicious still. Who'd have thunk it?
We're eating this magical curry we've been trying for a week to acquire, which is green pea curry, green pea masala. Everywhere we tried to get it, it's been unavailable or they've forgotten it, and we finally have it. And I think it's really amazing.
The quality of the food here was mind-boggling. Like, I did not think of India as a food destination. Every single meal we've had has been absolutely outstanding.
I don't think I ate a single thing that I thought was average, let alone gross. Like, it was phenomenal.
I didn't think there could be as many variations on gravy and carbs, but we've eaten nothing else 3 meals a day, and I'm not even remotely over it. I would happily eat this all the time.
Then where are we?
Well, we've all decided to take up crack. So we're in a crack den. We're starting with some beers though.
I think this place has got some good feng shui. Like, you've got the broken bottles over here, a pile of garbage over here, probably some needles around too, but
It's got some vibes.
yeah, got the mouldy table.
I presume it's entirely asbestos. And we're all glad to be here. I think we're rolling now. So both rickshaws are sad.
They're not that sad.
Pretty sad.
Only that one broke down.
You had to push this one twice to get to the parking lot.
Machine kaputt.
This one we stalled in front of a bus.
So we're gonna do gearbox oil,
Because the gear shifting is bad.
correct? Fuel filter, clean the carburetors on both.
New spark plugs because we keep freehanding how much two-stroke oil to put in. And then they'll be good as new.
You can see right through it now.
The comparison on my motorbike to get the spark plug.
Good.
How do we get out of this baby? Man, they run so well.
That's at this junction. Takes us straight to the highway.
After 3 long days of highway driving, we were back ahead of schedule. So we decided to head inland to explore some remote farming villages.
Mogadishu, though I think we crossed back and forth a bit today. So who knows?
What happened, George?
Google routed us straight through a military base, and a very polite man came out and explained why we can't drive through there.
Talk us through the sleeping situation tonight, George.
Well, tonight we are staying in luxury accommodation here in whatever seaside town this is. We have the main bed, which features this convenient Posturepedic speed bumper right in the middle, which Chris and Ben are going to be sharing. And then this is my bed on the floor, which I can only describe as a stack of cardboard in tartan with a sheet which is clearly stained with feces. But this whole room was $30 a night. Very hard to argue with that, and it was the only hotel in town with room left. So I'm wearing sandals and you're wearing fucking hiking boots. Yeah, it's 40 degrees.
Make sure to get the shoes in frames.
Yeah, that's how we differentiate ourselves.
So we got into a very popular resort town late and couldn't find anywhere that would take us. We tried at least 10 different hotels and there were all no vacancy. And then Ben found this fantastic deal, 3,000 rupees for all of us. Showers, AC, the works. It was great. We were absolutely stoked. Unpacked all our stuff, had showers. Chris was just chilling out on the bed and he was like, hey, I've never actually checked any of these rooms for bed bugs. I should probably start doing that. And George said, well, there's one. The owners of the last place tried to convince us that, oh, okay, no, maybe that room has bed bugs, but we promise you the other rooms don't have bed bugs. You can just use one of the other rooms.
So we came over the road to this much nicer and probably bedbug-free hotel, which has fancy lighting and clean sheets, which is very new to us. It's also basically twice the price. No, 4 times the price.
4 times the price.
Could end to a good day.
Decided on a whim to go to a beach party in Peru tonight. Getting to Peru involves a ferry, and we showed up for the ferry, but the ferry was going to take too long.
The ferry came every 1 or 2 hours. It was a nice big one, metal, drive on, drive off. George goes, guys, got a better one. We're going to get on these little dinky boats. They were like half wooden, half fiberglass. There was one coming the other way as we got there, and it had, like, no joke, 50 people, 20 motorbikes, 2 inches gap between the water and the top of the boat.
After that, I don't really know what happened. Someone tried to commandeer my rickshaw.
Ben was like, no, I'll drive rickshaw. And then we drove down to this beach.
And eventually just directed us to these boats. We're going to drive onto them and fingers crossed not capsize.
Getting them on, we were a bit nervous. Probably braked a little too late getting it on, but it was fine.
How was that, Ben?
Fine, actually. Watching Jimmy just go onto the boat was good. No problem.
So how much was the actual ferry, Ben?
Well, if George is correct, it was 1,000.
And how much was this?
3,000.
So why did we do this?
Because on this trip it seems we have to make our own trouble. It doesn't find us.
I think the trouble is right behind you, Ben.
I will not take the solo blame for this. You're all complicit in this.
I think I had assumed we were saving a lot of money or something.
No, it's time we're saving, Ben.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one's not here yet. it, Vincent.
There's like a little lip to get off the boat, so they sort of like pushed the plank up and wedged it under your wheel. Everyone was like, and slow, 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 and I just hit the gas.
Just eat it.
Yeet it. Did you yeet it?
I eat it.
We were worried we were gonna get bogged, and I was like, you just need speed. So hit it with some speed, made it all the way up, got bogged on a stair, but I think I did pretty well. It's good fun.
Alright, just the front wheel, yep.
You can just wait Yeah. The drinks at 7 o'clock? Yeah. Oh, lovely stuff. Go! Oh, wait.
Back on.
I think they might be saying wait 5 minutes.
Namaste, you have embarked on an impossible mission so far, and this is the halfway point. Fantastic effort. Run, boy! Run, boy!
It really went, huh? Fuck! We're definitely getting a good review from the host.